Hello, welcome back to Football Manager, the Steam FC Challenge. It's me, Zhead771, and yeah, let's go straight into the highlights since the last game, which was Manchester United, which, yeah, we all remember what happened there. Let's get into the first game. We beat QPR 2-0. Here's the goals from that game. A long ball from QPR that didn't work because Pogba was just, again, as usual, on his game. Fantastic play by Pogba. He has been that sort of player this season. I think player of the season for us and potentially in the league. There was a bit of talk about him being up for some awards. So, good stuff for Pogba. Rambo, Pogba, Götze, inside, Götze to Wanyama. See, this is the kind of football we've been playing. Nice passing football. There's Desciglio into Zaza, and Zaza does his thing. Of course, still our top scorer is Zaza. Well, at this point he was. And sorry to say, spoiler alert, he remains to be our top scorer. But not by lack of trying. And there's Dante with a goal. So, good for him. He's got to fight for his place back after John Stones has been so damn prolific in front of goal somehow at the back. That was that match. Desciglio got man of the match. So, yeah, in general, fullbacks played really well. Everybody played quite well. We won. Next match. The next match was against Sunderland, and it went all right. And when I say all right, I mean, of course, not very well at all. Because we didn't win. And that's what hurts the most. That's what hurts. The fact we didn't win. We went ahead, we scored, because Carlos Vela can do stuff like this, and Depay can do stuff like this. And then after those two did that, apparently we just, forgot how to play for the rest of the game. Because they went ahead and got a ball down the wing, knocked it into the middle. Defender should be dealing with it. But they simply don't. And it ends up at Defoe's feet on the goal line, basically. Well, that's quite something, isn't it? And we drew with Sunderland, who currently are very relegation threatened. So, Newcastle fans, if any of you are watching this, give yourselves a pat on the back. In real life, it was you, but in my game, they're very nearly down. It could happen. That's enough of that. Let's go to the next game. The next game was Everton, and of course Leighton Baines scored, because Leighton Baines loves scoring against us and assisting. But we didn't let him get lots this time. Just the one from the penalty spot. So that's good news. It's better play. And we eventually, after 69 minutes, managed to start turning it around. You know how it is. You play with the tactics, you fiddle until Zaza does something spectacular like that. What a wonderful goal, Zaza. What a wonderful goal. That's the sort of talent he is. When he wants to, he'll just switch it on. And when he doesn't, we've got other strikers. Like 3, and that's not counting the ones on loan. They did put some pressure on us again, but we're just too good at football. And he says there's 2 players nearly get nuts and give away a penalty. But here we go. This is no, still not quite that bit we want to see. This is going to be a long... No, here we go. Surely. Come on now. I'm acting like it's the real thing again. I'm just getting too much into the moment. Although it could be a Pogba banger. I think it's a Pogba banger. It's a Pogba banger. Bang. How'd you like that? It's Pogba. And again, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. That was another game. We beat Everton. Paul Pogba, of course, got man of the match because he's the best player we have. I say that, Buffon's not been too bad, but Pogba's just been outstanding. Next match. The next match was against Arsenal and can only be described as a complete and utter shambles. The 2 centre-backs, well, actually the entire defence had a bit of a rough game. Because I don't know. They just weren't very good at that whole defending thing they were supposed to do. I mean, look at this sort of thing. Sanchez gets way too much time space. He eventually gets tackled. But then I think Götze just hammers it up the field, gives it straight back to them. That is not short passing that's retaining possession, is Götze? Is it Götze? You know, that's just pumping it forward and hoping for the best. And you know what? Your hope brought us suffering. You see? Götze? Now you know. Don't do that. Again. Or your family will be fed to hamsters. Anyway, Oxlade-Chamberlain then went on to help Danny Welbeck. Yeah. Amazingly, during this game, it came with the stats at the bottom of the screen. Danny Welbeck and Sanchez scored their 20th goals of the seasons each today. So they must have been on fine scoring form, Arsenal. And this game was big for a number of reasons at the time. I thought it was going to... Look at that finish, though. I thought it was going to doom us, because quite frankly, we were in third when you last saw us, and Liverpool and Arsenal were both hot on our tails, and have been consistently trying to get something out of us. But we've just not been... Well, you can just see we've been not doing well enough against the big teams, really. And Giroud got another one. However, there is a thin line of hope, and you're about to see it. And that thin line of hope is that we do have world-class individuals, and if we get our tactics right, we can beat these big teams. I know we can. We did it on the first day of the season. Because look at this from Vela. Alright, he's got the ball. He's still got the ball. He's just slowly dribbling, waltzing into the Arsenal half. He's still taking them all on. He's taken them all on and he's scored. That is world-class. Carlos Vela has been some sort of boss for us as well. As you can see, he got man of the match for our team. I think the actual man of the match is on the Arsenal side. Yes, it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Great player. Should we sign him? Who knows? Anyway, for now, next match. This was a really, really quite comfortable game. Actually, more comfortable than the scoreline suggests. It should have been a lot bigger, in all honesty. We created chances all game. We bossed possession. We bossed everything. And it's a wonder we didn't get more out of the game. Harry Kane gets a goal to start us off. Nice little finish in the bottom corner. And then there was a very long gap between this and the next goal, which, as you can see by the little bar at the bottom there, you could see it too, yeah. 93rd minute, nearly 94th, until we eventually got a second. Which, I mean, against the bigger teams, we're gonna, if we play like this, we'll probably do alright actually if we play like this, but I'll prefer more goals. We seem to be leaking more than we are scoring sometimes. Luckily today was not a leaky day, it was a good scoring day. Or this is good play into Vela, and he gets another one for the season. I may be wrong. I actually should really check before I start recording the highlights. Vela may be our top scorer. Who knows? We'll find out in a bit. Next match? Yes, next match. Next up, we went to Swansea. That was a 0-0 draw. So, how'd you like that? It's pretty tight. Some people played alright, both sides of the pitches. And not a lot happened, so I'm not even going to bother showing you. I know you're disappointed. If you think the highlights aren't long enough, you know, leave it in the comments down below. If you think they are long enough, tell me in the I'm just going to stop rambling. Next match! Next we went to Southampton. Great one for the neutrals. Not so much for me sat in the manager's seat. It was a end-to-end stuff all match. Nobody knew what it was going to finish at. We started the brighter. A couple of early chances before eventually opening up with Paul Pogba, and yeah, that's what he does. I know I should sound more surprised about that, but you don't see him. You don't see him week in, week out doing that. I do. I know he can do that. And then I don't know what the Wolves doing. In fact, we're going to have a look at that again. Can we? Yeah. Thank you, Davis. I want you to have a good look right here at what the hell the wall is doing. Because they're not forming a wall, but they're not getting out of the way, and it leaves Buffon stranded. Yes, he should do better, but I don't know where the wall is. Davies gets a free pop at goal. Of course he's delighted. He got a free pop at goal. And then, I don't know. I think this is actually a counter-attack for their second goal from our free kick. Which, it gotta be said, not happy about, really. John Stones, Rodriguez, Depay. Oh, and there's the poor touch that lets everything down. And here they go again. Passing well, doing exactly what we would do to them if they'd have bad touch. There's a pass. Here they are. Loads of men in the box. There's one at the back. Funny enough, before the match, I actually scouted this kid. Yeah, it turns out he's quite good. He's a 19-year-old playing in the first team for Southampton. But then we actually counter from their free kick in the 71st minute. And it's a good build-up play, of course. Volland playing a winger at this point. And look at Ramsey. Watch this finish. Bang. No chance. See you later, pal. See you later, pal. Pogba and Ramsey getting a goal each this match. It's all about the midfielders. That's right. Benzema still can't score. Fucking Benzema. Next match. Next we played Crystal Palace, which was, before this game, our bogey side. We played them twice, lost one, drawn one. I don't know why, but we hate playing Crystal Palace. Anyway, Pogba did that to them. Lacazette finished it off. We went 1-0 up. Everything's looking well. Okay. Now imagine you're the manager. It's going alright. You're 1-0 up. Then, here we go again. Another free kick, another set piece. Whip it in the box. Bernard doesn't even think about it. 2-0. You're sitting there quite comfortably in a chair. You're thinking about maybe having a bit of Pepsi or cola. Other colas are available, and some of them are better. Yeah. But yeah, then Rodriguez just walks into him. Says, here you go, mate. Why don't you ever go attacking? And they go, all right then, and Shamak scores. And you know your defence has done poorly when bloody Shamak has scored. And especially with his feet. I mean, wow. And then, 62 minutes in, they went and got a second. At this point, I was really quite tempted to fine every single one of my players all of their wages for the entire season. Because I thought they were about to cost us a Champions League place. But then, Lacazette and Bernard link up again, and we go 3-2 up. I think I changed one or two little things. Oh no, I know exactly what I changed. Not a lot at all. I put Pogba into a defensive mid position with, is it De Jong or Wanyama playing tonight? Who knows? And that just did it. That switched them back on. All of a sudden, we went back to the offensive. We went back to scoring freely, however we wanted, whenever we wanted, doing back heels towards Paul Pogba, and getting Vela another goal. So, I don't know. Well, I was relieved to win. It's fair to say. But we did. Well done Bernard, well done Vela, well done Lacazette. As usual, well done Pogba. Not bad Buffon, although conceded less goals. I know it's not your fault. And yes, you may have noticed, John Stones is playing right back. That's because since you left us, we've had a constant injury to at least one right back. Dani Alves and Desquiglia have not managed to keep themselves fit in any way, and are actually both out for the remainder of the season. So, you know, that's terrible. Luckily, some of our centre-backs can play limited right-back sort of thing. You know how it is. Next match. The match just before the Manchester City game was against Hull. And, yeah, We got one goal early on from a mistake. Vela, great finish. Boom. And just sat back and didn't let him in. We created more chances, but I think Benzema was playing, so we didn't take any of them. Although he did do quite well today. 7.2 is not bad. Although it's not 8.8, and 8.8 got a goal. So what does that tell you, Karim? You know exactly what it tells you. Next match is the Manchester City match, so I'll see you there for the real episode. Bye! Well, I'm saying bye. I'm going to see you in a minute. Oh, transition. Hello! Welcome back. It's me, Z771. You already know that. I told you once already. You've just seen all these highlights. Wasn't that great? From Manchester United all the way to Hull. And I know I was a bit critical of my team at times because we did get 3 draws. But looking at it, we only lost 1 match in that period. And you know what that was good enough for? That was good enough to get us our Champions League place. That's right, with a game to spare, we've confirmed Champions League. If we get a draw against Man City in the last game, we confirm 3rd place. Liverpool, if they do win and we lose, we'll get it because their goal difference is huge compared to ours. Because we conceded quite a lot. I think that's the difference here. And we've done really well as a unit, but we're not scoring as much as the teams around us, the top 4, and we're conceding more. Look at these 2 up here. It's good to know we're at the same sort of level as Liverpool and Arsenal, the good Champions League sides, good top Premier League sides, but we're not title contenders yet. I think that's what we need to improve in the summer. Better defensively, one awesome striker who isn't Benzema, because Benzema for some reason just cannot score. Let's move on to him now. Oh, Karim. I mean, he's not done too badly. He's asked for more first team football, which is fair enough. I've given him it as well. And he's probably going to be playing today. But he's just... You've got 300k a week coming in, Benzema. I pay big money for you, and you just haven't delivered. Which is a real shame. But there we go. Hopefully, it was just a settling season for him. Half a season. Next season, we can really push on and win some stuff. Other players, what's going on with them? Well, Vela has been magnificent recently. Can't put a foot wrong, and is actually only apparently 1 goal behind Zaza in the grand scheme of things. One of our top scorers at the club. Brilliant for him. Other players, well, Phil Jones came asking for more first team football, and this time I just said it's too near the end of the season. I don't want to promise you what I can't give you. So I think it's best for your career if you move on. So he's transfer listed. Some big teams after him. I put a 20 mil price tag on him, which I think was going to be a huge loss. Oh, it's only a 4 mil loss. Could be worse, but there you go. Is Man United one of the teams that want him back? Well, of course they don't want to pay more than they originally paid for him. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a decent offer for him at some point. For now, we'll put that back to unspecified. Not meant to see that. That's my inbox. My mail. It's private. It's not. I mean, at all. But there you go. Like I said, Desciglio is close to getting back, but he's not going to be back in time for Man City because that's about to happen now. And Dani Alves has twisted his ankle. Other injuries have been building up slightly. Zaza is out. He pulled his hamstring like a couple of weeks ago. He's out for the rest of the season. Götze has got a torn hamstring and is not going to be back until next early season, like pre-season maybe. He might make it back for. Probably will, yeah. But it's going to be tough for him. Kennedy, one of our young strikers, on loan, doing really well, looking like he's going to be an awesome player in the future, has got a slip disc. So, that's not great. But there we go. This kind of stuff just sort of happens. Um, yeah, we had a team meeting recently. Went really well. Pogba, for some reason, doesn't like being praised. He's been in terrific form recently, and I told him he's in terrific form, and he said, I don't think I'm in good enough form. And I said, sure, why not? I can't wait to see what's next. But that's that. Other things we need to talk about. Youth intake. Yes, we've had one. Here they all are. Except Bakali. He's just here because I'm not actually really sure. Yeah, we've got some good players here. We've got 2 keepers. Some of them aren't the best. There's 1 or 2 in here though that can really be something good. We've got 2 keepers who have both have the potential to become useful. Like I could see one of these guys becoming a decent backup keeper. Maybe this guy, good at rushing out on his line. This guy's got the reflexes. So I'm going to keep him round. One can maybe be a backup in the future. One could get sold on for a bit of profit. That's great. Kyle Duncan, going to be half decent. Of course, Pogba has raised the standard of everyone now. Meaning that 3-star is quite a good Premier League standard player. Actually, very good. 4-star is superb, and 5-star, where Pogba is world class, one of the best in the world. So 2 to 3-star is good to or decent to quite good in terms of the Premier League standard. So he's going to be quite good. Demetrius, technical stats really do let this kid down. He has got it in him to probably turn it around, get better, but we'll see what happens with this kid. Next up, we come to Peter Granger. This kid is the one that my scouts absolutely love. Everybody at the club. They think this kid is the next big thing in world football. The next best centre-back. And yeah, recently, he arrived here obviously in March, a couple of months ago, from the youth intake, and has already been playing for the England under-19s. So at the age of 15, that's quite something. This kid is the real deal. And this is Phil Cannon saying it, and he can judge. He thinks he's world class. Yeah. We also got Zach Wright. He's going to be pretty good as well, apparently. So great news there. Gavin Moth. Also going to be pretty good. Although let's never ask him to finish ever, because he's got 2 finishing. Of course these are going to get better. I really hope they are, at least anyway. Craig Holmes. Going to be alright. Bradley Wasmer. Going to be alright. Jamie Richardson. He's going to be alright. Andy Williams. He's going to be quite good. Yes, this kid's... I think he's probably got a bit more potential than they think he does. He's decent, but maybe it's just the strength, stamina, and the jumping, the heading sort of let him down. Although he is more of an attacking player, so you never know. I think this kid could be good squad player. Kaluba. See, I think he's going to be alright. I reckon he'll probably get to that 1.5 stars that they think he might do. Because he's got some solid mentals. 17 determination especially, to really push him through. Michael McCarthy. Yeah, it's going to be alright. Tom Metcalf actually scored in the trialist match, which I've got to say was one of the greatest matches I've seen this season. There's Bakali, he's already here. Steve Coylett is going to be a decent striker. There's quite a lot of 10s in important places that just need to go up a tiny bit. And he's got a good work rate. And Carl Hervin is going to be quite a good finisher, quite a good striker. I like Carl Hervin. I think I think he's going to be pretty important in the future. As you can see, a lot of the under-18s, the youth intake, are unhappy with the standard fitness coaching. That's because I neglected to bring in under-18s coaches who are good at fitness side of things. So we're going to have to try and get more of them in. I have done one already because I did have full under-18s coaches, so I had to move somebody up into the under-18s assistant manager position so I could get another under-18s fitness coach. And let's talk about that under-18s assistant manager, because, you know, it is... Suspense is killing you, isn't it? Is it? It's not at all, is it? Well, it's David Beckham. He is the under-18s assistant manager for Steam FC. And I know he's not very good at that job, but I don't care. He's David Beckham. He can do what he wants. Yeah. So yeah, here's all the staff, by the way. There's a lot. There's a lot just going on there. So that's that. What's up next? Yes. We are projected to fail, I think, in the financial fair play, which is not great, I've got to say. But there you go. Hopefully it doesn't, and we get a massive increase in funds at the end of the year that just completely wipes away any financial fair play stuff. But yeah, we've got loads of sponsors always coming in. Also, the board did something I asked, and they got us... where is it? They got an affiliate club in LA Galaxy as well now. So if we ever need to send any players on loan, we can send them to play with likes of Carlo Cudicini. Of course, there's Robbie Keane. And there's some good players. Josh Young, decent 20-year-old. So, you know, that's great news. And another thing I want to talk about. We have the lowest average age in the league, and we're gonna come third or fourth. So that's a great achievement. Also, the board have set the initial budgets for next year's transfer budget, and it's stupid again. We have another £247 million to play with, and that's after I already played with it a bit because the wage budget was stretched. Now it's not. We have another 808,000 per week to play with there. So, as long as we don't get any sort of sanctions or transfer embargoes, we'll be signing and selling. And now, you could see some really big moves. We've got Champions League football. We can attract the best. And I know that because in scouting, without searching anything, you're looking like at Lionel Messi and Suarez and Mata going, oh, what's he doing with the filter off? Well, it's not off. Realistic transfers is on. The likes of Messi and such are now realistic for us. So, we're going to find out soon. We're going to do some transfers. It's going to be great. We're really quite good at knowing the world. Anyway, I rambled on for long enough. You've heard me ramble on for long enough. We've got a season to finish against Manchester City. So, let's do that. I'm going to figure out the team, and I'll meet you back when we're ready. Alright, we're back. This is the team we've selected today. Buffon in goal, Rodriguez, Dante, and Otamendi. You know those three. Stones playing limited fullback, makeshift right back. That's what we got at the minute. Wanyama and Pogba, we're playing two defensive mids today. One of them is not a defensive mid, he's Paul Pogba. He can do everything. He's just a midfielder in general. He's just awesome. And Wanyama. Ramsey we're playing advanced playmaker in the centre on his own. Depay and Vela as the inside forwards, and Benzema as a trequista. Oh, actually, no, we're playing false 9. Go Benzema, you can do it. And instructions already. Let's play Manchester City soon. So yeah, who are Liverpool playing in the last day of the season? Swansea. Come on, you Swans. Oh, he's played well without Rord. I've got complete faith in him. I do. That's why I'm playing him again today. Not just because he wants to leave a bit. Yeah, let's show Yaya onto his weaker foot because Yaya scares me. So does Aguero. There's a lot of players out there who scare me. Carry on from where you left off. Brilliant. That's the reaction I wanted. So here we go. Kicking off another match for Steam FC. Let's finish off this season on a high. Steven Gerrard scored for Liverpool against Swansea, so at the moment it's looking like a loss would send us into 4th. And to be honest, I'd rather not play the qualifier. That I think you do have to play. If you finish 4th, you have to play that extra game to try and get into the Champions League. I'd rather finish 3rd and just get straight to the group stages. Because, you know, any match that has automatic knockout written on it is bad. And Aguero, please stop that man. Stop that man. Oh my goodness. Good Buffon. Get something behind it. You know, guys, I wouldn't mind a draw today. Yes, close him down. Let's see, Liverpool gone 2 up. Why are we not performing as usual against the big teams? We always... Come on, let's break. Canter. Canter. Oh, that's a good ball. Come on, Benzema. Come on, Karim. Today's the day. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. He's up for it. Okay, Depay's over. He's fallen on the floor. And oh no, we got the ball. Okay, no, we don't. It's not ours. It's theirs. It's their highlight. Fuck's sake. Every time. This has been happening a lot recently. They've been having a chance. We've been tackling them and going on the counter, and then they've suddenly got it straight from us because we gave it away, and it's their highlight instead. We should stop. We're going to stop playing the lower tempo. We're going to stop working it into the box. We're going to do something like that and see how that goes. Hopefully well. And there we go. My phone went off, so I cut it here. Let's give them the old... Come on, lads! We can cut... Ah, some of them are switched off. Don't switch off. Why are you switching off, you idiots? I believe in you. Do you believe in love after love? That's right. We're going to listen to Cher at half-time. And if you don't score, I won't turn it off. I actually quite like that song. Don't judge me. You've already judged me, haven't you? Well, nothing's happening, so... That's sort of great news, but sort of worrying as well. Liverpool are 4-0 up now. They really just want us to slip up. Why do we not keep the ball with our feet? We're so bad at keeping the ball. Why can we just not? Come on. Lacazette, get on the pitch. Benzema, as awful, has been terrible. As usual, he's been awful. Sorry, I meant to say that. I didn't say it right. Bernard, you're going on as a winger. It's true. Good luck, Lacazette. I believe in you. Bernard, I believe in you. Good, Bernard's happy. Let's not concede now. Don't let Aguero on the ball. We got really lucky there, guys. And I am not happy. Oh my goodness. Can we keep the ball for 2 seconds? Wanyama, be careful. The last thing we need is another player getting sent off in a big match. We love losing big matches and we love getting players sent off in them. Can we please just shut Aguero down? My goodness. You know what danger men look like. Oh, don't just hammer it forward. What kind of... That's not retaining possession and playing it short, is it? Hammering it forward twice. Would you just play the football that I'm asking you to play rather than hammering it at your own... See? Look what's happened. You've made Buffon do all the work as usual. My goodness, something is not working here. Fine then, if you want to play more direct football, we will play more direct football. No, we will not. We'll pass into space instead. We'll stop playing so wide. We will play narrower. We'll exploit the middle. And that is all. Let us carry on now. Come on, Steam FC. Why is Ramsey so tired? What just happened? Okay, Ward-Prowse, you're up. Let's let him know. There's no pressure. Good. Feel the relaxing words drift gently into your ear. Come on, let's get let's snatch a 1-0. Oh, it's gone back in. Vela! Yes! Carlos Vela! He's offside. He's horribly offside. I thought we'd snatched a 1-0. That's unfortunate. I think this is literally it. We need to be more consistent. Stop leaking goals. And there's the ball into the box. And that'll be it. 0-0. We'll claim third. There you go. You've seen one of only 3 0-0s this season. And I'm not happy with it. So, yeah. There's the final table. Manchester United dominate the league with only 1 loss against Manchester City. Back in an early Manchester derby this season. Sunderland have actually managed the great escape. My goodness. Before today's game, Sunderland were 3 points behind Hull and Leicester. However, Hull had to play Manchester United, who of course beat them, and Sunderland had mid-table West Ham. Sunderland have pulled it off. I'm sorry to all the Geordies who earlier on I told that Sunderland might get relegated. Those guys just keep getting lucky. Year after year after year. They wait till the last second and then just go, oh, not this time. Maybe next year we'll get relegated. Oh dear. But yeah. First season with Steam SC. 3rd place. No trophies, which is a shame. We weren't in the FA Cup for some reason. Allowed us to concentrate on the Premier League, which is great. But I think next season we're ready to really push Chelsea and United all the way. Let's get some big transfers in. Let's do this. And on that note, I suppose, we'll see you when the next episode, I imagine, will be all of the summer condensed into one big video, which is gooey and messy, made of like brownie mixture or something. It's not, but imagine if it was. You could eat it. Oh yeah, Stoke got relegated. They had an awful season. Stoke had a terrible season. They got 18 points. They lost 26 games. The only 3 they won. One of them was against Chelsea. Well done, Stoke. Well done, Stoke. Yeah, Liverpool won the Capital One Cup. And no idea who won the FA Cup. I couldn't care less. Because we weren't in it. So, at the end of that, that's the end of the season. If there's anything else I need to announce, like if we get a goal of the season, or if I get manager of the season, or one of our players in player of the season, I'll slip it in the next bit. In fact, I'm going to wait for the awards, and we'll do the best 11, and then we'll round it off there. See you in a minute. We didn't get any awards, which is a shame. But Pogba did make his way, our only player, into the team of the season for the Premier League. That is a quality side right there. And I think he's one of the best in there. He didn't win Belair of the Year. Massa won Footballer of the Year. Diego Costa won Players Player of the Year. Van Persie got top goal scorer. Hazard won Players Young Player. Didn't get any of the top 3 goals of the season. But I know you want to see them. So let's finish off with the goals of the season from this Premier League. I haven't seen these either yet, so it's first time viewing for me. While we do, we'll talk about one little thing. Just had the end of season meeting. I told the lads I hope they're ready to come back. That's not really worthy of third for me. I've seen more impressive goals from my lads than that. I suppose it's impressive that Defoe scored a header. So, but yeah, I just had the end of season meeting and told the lads, come back. We expect to win the title next time. And only 2 of them thought that was over. And oh my goodness, what a goal! Great goal. But yeah, only 2 of them thought that was over ambitious. And after I said that it wasn't, they were like, okay, you're right, it's not. So the lads are up for winning the title next season. They want to do it. We want to do it. So we're going to do it. Hopefully. Anyway, here's goal of the season. Delph ran on. Oh. I like number 2 better. Sometimes, like, the goals of this month and the goals of the season are a bit meh. So, yeah. Also, apparently I was linked with the Barcelona job that just became available. But I said no. I went, no, fuck off. This is my job here. But yeah, that's the end of this season. We'll see you back for Season 2 of Steam FC.